Good evening, all of you. Yesterday, we seen all the code operations through Python program. Still, any more doubts from your side? Please let me know. Because today I want to demonstrate a complete application. It's an employee project. We can say it's a simple mini project where we are going to perform all these database operations from a program. If you have any doubts, before going to that, if you have any doubts, please let me know in the chat box. If you don't have any doubts, then I'll explain complete project. So tomorrow, in your industry also, you need to work with a similar type of projects. What project I'm supposed to explain in today's session? Same type of project you are going to do in your companies also, in industry also. You are going to see the same type of environment. Of course, the project names are going to be changed, but similar type of environment you need to. So I think you don't have any doubt so far. Yeah. So the project, what I'm trying to explain is employee management system. Maybe you can do similar type of projects, like a student project. You may do, and you may do some other project like books project. You may do different type of projects. You may try. So this is the GUI. Okay, so this is the form, GUI form for employee management system. So in this GUI, what I'm asking, just all of please focus on this project, because it is very useful for you people, and tomorrow you are in a position to do similar type of projects. After this after the completion of advanced Python course, you are supposed to develop these type of projects only. You did one or two projects like this, then obviously these projects are very helpful for your placements, and your resume is also going to be get more weightage because of this type of projects. So here I'm going to take some details from employee. The details are like name of the employee, age of the employee, date of joining, email ID of the employee, the gender, contact number of the employee, and address. So these all are the details I'm going to take from this employee, right? So if I given some name of the employee, let's say ABCD is the name of the employee. Age is 20 years, and date of joining is let's say 1/1/2023, and email ID abcd@gmail.com, and gender male, and contact number, some contact number, and address. So this is the information the user is giving. Okay, I told you some example, like whenever you are going to create any Gmail, then Google is going to ask some information from you, right? You are going to enter your personal details like your name, date of birth, email ID, mobile number, and similar way we are doing some project. The project name is employee management, where we are going to maintain the details of all the employees of your company, of your college or of your school. Okay, so now when I am going to have this form, I know all of you are familiar with how this type of forms can be developed. In core Python already we seen what is the main use of tkinter. Tkinter is mainly used to design this type of forms. Okay, this type of forms are going to be designed by using tkinter. So this is a text box, and this is a text box. This is a text box. This is a label. Okay, and this is a drop down, and this is a text area, and these are buttons. Add details, it is a button. Update detail is a button, delete details is a button, clear detail is a button. So now here I am going to display all the details also. Whenever I am going to click on this, whenever I am going to click on this add details, when I click on this add details, okay, so record inserted, it's showing record inserted. When I click on OK, then your record is going to be appeared here. So this is the data just now what I inserted. Okay. ID by default I will get 1, name ABCD, age 20, date of joining 1123, email ID abcd@gmail.com, gender male, and contact number some number. So now if you see here, where these details will be stored, I clicked on add details and the record is inserted and it's showing like record inserted, and where this record is inserted. Can anyone type in the chat box where this record is going to be inserted? Where it is going to be inserted? Okay, so in server, which server? It's server, an employee database. Very good. Okay, in database. Okay, which database? Which database means here if you go to this program, what is the database I'm creating here? This is the program for this okay form. Which database? Employee database, employee.db. Where this database will be created? Where this database will be created? Where this employee database will be created? Yeah. So in the location where our file is saved. In which location? If you see here, in which location our file is saved? What is the location of this file? C, advanced Python. In C drive, there is a folder, advanced Python. In that folder, the file is saved, right? So now we'll go to this location. I'll open this database. So this DB browser database. From this database, we can see open database in advanced Python. This is the database, employee database. Okay. The employee database, if you see the time and date, 19/4/2023. Okay, 2019. Just now it is created, right? Just I'll open this database. And what is a table? What is a table? Table name is employees. What is the database? Database is employee and table name is employees. And what details are stored in the table? So what details are stored in the table? What information we are given from this front end? This is the information what we given from the front end, right? So now you can see here what details we entered here. The same details are stored in the database or not. Here what details we are given? Name ABCD, age 20, date of joining 1123, and email ID abcd@gmail.com, gender male, and contact number this one, address HYD. So these are the details. Already I told you in my previous classes. If there are any details in your front end, in your database, in the back end also you are supposed to have some table with the same columns or with the same fields, so that your details, all the details will be stored in that table, right? So here we are doing the same thing. Okay, so the thing is we are storing all the information whatever entered by the user in this table, right? Same thing I am displaying here also. Here I am displaying for your understanding purpose. I am showing here also. Okay, so any doubt so far? Of course I explained this program, but what is happening? Did you understand? If you don't have Any doubts? Okay, or if you have any doubts, please respond. Any doubts also? Okay, you can respond in the chat box, or if you don't have any doubts also, you can respond. Because this is the way how you are going to implement your project. Now, if you see here, we are not opened DB browser initially, but once I run my program, then I opened DB, SQLite DB. In that database, we see in the tables, right? So, if you have any doubts, please let me know. I hope all of you are understood, right? From this form, okay, I'll enter one more record. Okay, now clear details. I'll click on clear details. Okay, clear. The details are clear. Name, I'm giving some other name, XYZ, and age 21. Next, date of joining 1/1/2/2022. Email ID xyz@gmail.com. And mail, gender male. Contact number and address is VJA. Okay, now I'll click on add details. So when I click on add details, I'm getting some message record inserted. When I click on this, okay, now the record is inserted. This is a second record, right? So here it is showing inserted, but whether it is inserted in the database or not, now we'll go to database. This is the database. Okay, and what details we are given? These are the details we entered just now. Just you click on refresh. Now see here. Now second record is inserted. If you see here, now second record is inserted. These are the details what we entered, and the details are like XYZ, age, and date of joining, email ID, gender, contact address. Right? Understood? So now anyone tell me what is happening when I click on add details? What is happening with respect to this database? What is happening? I clicked on add details. Then what is happening? Which query is going to be called when I click on add a database? Which query is going to be called? Yes, record is inserted. Yes. So when I click on this add details button, insert query will be called. That is what we seen yesterday, right? So if I use this insert into table name, in this example table name is employee. Insert into employee values. What values we need to insert? Name of the employee, age of the employee, date of joining, okay, address, city, all this, right? So here we are going to have this insert query. We need to write if you are going to add the details in your table, right? So that's why if you see here, when I'm going to have this button, okay, the button is add details. So here this is what I'm going to use. Insert these values. Insert name, age, date of joining, email ID, and gender. All these things we are going to insert, and after that, just I'm displaying this message, record inserted. We are inserting the details in that table by using this insert command, right? So that is what, if I click on add employee button, then this query will be executed. The query is insert query, right? Next. For example, I want to update the details. What details I want to update? For example, I have this mobile number of this XYZ. I need to update. 91313131 is there. I need to update. So if you want to update, you need to select this. If you select this, okay, you can update. For example, now I'll update this 31. I can add some 00 at the end. Okay, I added 00 at the end. Now click on update details. So now record update. Just you click on OK. Now we see here 00 is added at the end, right? So previously it is not having any zeros at the end. Now I updated this, so 00 is going to be added at the end. Now, is it updated really in the database table? We need to check whether it is really updated in the database table. Now see here, this is the record, second record. It is not there. 00 is not there. Now I'll refresh this. If I refresh, now see here, 00 is added, right? So this is the way how we are going to perform this update. So now what is happening when I click on this update details button? Okay, which query will be executed when I click on this update details button? Just what I did, I updated that mobile number. So what is happening when I click on this update button? Yes, update query. Now anyone tell me what is a query for this? What will be the query for this? What I did actually here, I updated the mobile number, or I updated the contact number of XYZ. I updated the contact number of XYZ. What will be the query? If you want to write this query, what will be the query for this? Please respond everyone in the chat box. I want to update the mobile number or contact number of XYZ. So how you are going to update? What will be the query? Already we seen the queries for insert, delete, update. All the queries we seen, right? Create query we seen, delete we seen, insert we seen, update we seen. Yeah, somebody has given the answer. Update table name where mobile number. Update db.update set mobile number is equals to where name is equals to yeah. Update, what is the table name? Table name is employee, right? Update table name set, like what is the table name here? The table name is employees. The update employees set contact is equals to this new number where name is equals to XYZ or ID is equals to 2. Okay. So this is the way how we are going to update your table. Right. Any doubts so far? This is a simple mini project where we are going to perform all the operations on employee. That's why you can call it as employee management system. For example, you may create your own project like this, where you can perform all operations on student. So maybe then you can name it as student management system, or you can create some application like this, book management system or library management system. Okay, so where you are going to manage all the books in your library, or okay, you can create any simple application like this, and you can perform different operations like insert, add details, update details, delete details. Okay, if you want, you can add other buttons also. Here I created only 4 buttons. If you want, you can add some more buttons. This is add details is only inserting the data. Update is nothing but modifying the details. Delete is deleting the details, and clear details is nothing but just clearing the fields. Any doubts so far? Any doubts so far? Just we seen add details and update details. So how we are going to create this form? First of all, that is a very big question. How we are going to create this form? This form can be created with tkinter. Tkinter is used to create GUI forms, graphical user interface forms. Okay, you can create some form like this for student, or some form like for books or some other application. You can create some form and you try to do the similar type of operations in that student project, or in that books project, or in some other project. Okay, so far any doubts? Any doubts so far? Okay, so far any doubts? Any doubts so far? 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 Any doubts Any doubts? Please respond if you have any doubts. No, please respond yes or no. If you don't have any doubts also, you can write no doubts. If you have any doubts, you can respond. I have so and so doubt. Please explain once again like that. You can mention it in the chat box. I don't know what is the problem. Remaining students, everyone understood? Because I am going to give some assignment. The assignment is, can we use phone number as primary key to update their name? Yes. If phone number is not duplicate, you can use phone number as a primary key. But actually, we are updating contact number only, right? When we are going to update contact number, how can we use the contact number itself is a primary key? I am updating contact number. Contact number means phone number. So when I am going to use the contact number as a primary key cannot be modified, right? For example, can I modify your hall ticket number? Your hall ticket number is unique. It cannot be modified. But I can modify every other field apart from hall ticket number. Okay. So yeah. So now coming back to this form, now I want to perform delete operation. How many records are there here? 2 records are there here, right? In your database also you can check. We have 2 records. Okay. First record is ABCD name and second one is XYZ. So now we need to delete. So if you want to delete, very simple, just you select that record. You select this record and click on delete details. Okay, it is deleted. Now I'll select one more record and I'll click on delete details. Now the details are deleted. Okay, so now is there any record in your table? The table is empty, right? We don't have any details. So now we can check whether really it is deleted in the database or not. You can check in your database. You can go to your database, the table. Just you click on refresh. So now see here, the table is empty. There are no records, right? So here, whenever you are going to perform any operation from the front end, in the logic part, what will happen is simply we'll call that query. Okay, simply we'll call that query in the logic part. So that's why here we are going to call that query. So what query we are calling? If I'm going to delete some phone number, if I'm going to delete some record, student record or employee record, I can use a delete query. Yesterday we seen how we are going to use delete query, right? The syntax, if the delete query is delete from table name where we'll write some condition. Or if I want to delete all the records, I don't need to write any where condition. Simply I can write delete from table. In this case, if I written delete from employees, then all the records from employees will be deleted because I didn't written any condition. I want to delete only one record, then I can write the where condition where employee name is equals to XYZ or employee name is equals to ABC, like that. Only that ABC record will be deleted, or only that XYZ record will be deleted. So in that way, we need to write the delete. Okay, delete query. Understood? Any doubts so far? Everything we are operating from front end only. Because in our case, in this example, you are maintaining the database, you are writing the logic for front end, you are connecting your front end and back end. Okay, that's why you know everything. But in general, if you take any application, as I mentioned some examples like Aadhaar database. In Aadhaar database, do you know where your data will be stored? Do you know where your data will be stored? Yes or no? In Google database, do you know where your data will be stored? Respond yes or no. If you know, yes. If you know, if you don't know, no. Now everyone respond. If I am asking some question, if you are not responded, then there is no meaning of attending this class. If you are not interested, then simply another server. My question is table name. Do you know in which table your details will be stored? For example, if you see this example, where details are stored here, employees. Employees is the table name. Here, how you are knowing the table name? How we are knowing this table name? And do you know in which table other details will be stored? Or do you know in which table your Gmail details will be stored? Or do you know in which table your examination details will be stored? You are registering for your exam. For your semi-exam, you are registering for your semester exam, where all your examination details will be stored. In which table? Do you know? Do you know that? Okay, we don't know, right? Why we don't know? Because that is not maintained by you. You are supposed to enter, or you are supposed to give some information. But database maintenance is going to be taken care by some other people, right? But in this case, you are the only one who is going to take care about front end part, database part, the logic part, everything you need to take care. So that's why you know everything. You can manipulate everything from the front end. You can do everything from the back end. Okay, you can write the logic, everything you can understand. But if you see real-time applications, we don't know what is happening in the database. For example, you are booking a ticket in APSRTC. Okay, you are reserving the ticket in APSRTC. Do you know where your details will be stored? In which table the details will be stored? We don't know, right? So that is what database is nothing but it is very secured. If you know where the details will be stored in database, you can write some query and you can delete entire data also. Okay, so that's why database is very secure, and we are not in a position to know what is happening, right? So that is the reason why we need to have all the information from the front end only. We'll do everything from front end only. Okay, database administrator is the only person who is having the right on the database. DBA, we can call it as DBA. DBA is the only person who is having some right on the database. As a normal user, we don't have any right. Even we don't know what is happening in the database. Just we are giving some data and it is storing in the database, but exactly we don't know where it is storing, how it is storing, how they are maintaining, what is the structure of the table, okay, which is the primary key, which details they are storing exactly. Are they storing all the information whatever you are entering, or they are not storing all the details? This is confidential. Okay, but in our case, we are doing very small project. We are the database administrator because we are creating a table, and we are the people who are going to write some code, who is going to connect your database with the Python program. Everything we are doing. So that's why we know here what is database, what is table, what is the column name. Everything we can understand, we can know. That is the main difference between the real-time scenario and your scenario. In your scenario, you are whole and soul. You can do everything. Okay, you can do database manipulation. You can write some Python program. You can do everything. But if you consider this with real-time scenario, if you are working in a team, database team is different. Actually, they will create a database. Whatever you require, they will create a database. Okay, and you need to write your program. That's it. As a software engineer, your job is to write some program and connect to the database. But the database creation, The structure will be given by some other team that is known as DB team, database team, right? So any doubts? So now we have one more button is there in this application. What is this button? What is the purpose of this button? Clear all or clear details. What is this clear details? What it is going to do? Is it relating with the database? What is the purpose of clear details? Clear details is not refreshing page. When we enter details in the form, it will clear. Okay, so clear details is nothing but just it is going to clear all the values whatever the user entered. Yes, it will clear the entered details. Okay, so it is not going to delete the record. Deleting record is the functionality is some other button, right? The button is delete. This delete details is going to delete that record. Clear details is it's going to, for example, if I given some details here. I given some details here. So here, so now I given some details, but I didn't save it in database. Just I want to clear this. Okay. So clear means all the details will be cleared, right? So that is the purpose. It is not at all related with the database. Only in the front end I given some details, but I want to clear all the entries with a single click. With a single click, I want to clear all the details. Then I am going to use this. If you did not enter any field, what will happen? If you do not enter any field, then what will happen? It is going to give error. Please enter name, please enter date of joining, please enter age. It is going to give a message. Okay, so I'll share this project. Everyone, please focus on this project because it is very important. If you practice this project, or if you did some project like this, then obviously it is very useful. And if you did one project like this, you'll get a lot of confidence. And this type of projects are very helpful for your interviews. In interview, definitely they are going to ask, have you did any project? Maybe you can, you can answer like, I learned core Python, I learned advanced Python. Okay, you learned core Python, you learned advanced Python, that is okay. But have you did any project? If you did any project, then only they are going to give more weightage for your resume. If you learn advanced Python, core Python, and some other concepts also, it is not going to be given any weightage. If they did something, then only that will be given more weightage. Learning maybe everyone can do, but practicing and doing something is very important. If you learn 100 technologies, also no use. What you did in one technology is also that will matters. Even if you are good in Python, that is enough. You don't need to learn 100 technologies. I learned Python, I learned Java, I learned C, I learned C++. No use. How many technologies you know, that doesn't matter. But in how many technologies you did, how many projects? Okay, you learned Python. How many projects you did in Python? Let's say you did 2 projects. Okay, that is very important. Even if you don't know C language, even if you don't know C++, nothing will happen. Only you know only Python. In that Python only you did 2 projects. That is more than enough. You know only C language. In C language, how many projects you did? You did 2 projects. That is enough. You don't need to say something like I learned some 10 technologies. Okay. If you learn 10 technologies also, you won't get any marks in your interview. right? So that's why I'll share this project. Everyone, please practice it. Any doubts? Please type it in chat box. Still any more doubts? Type it in the chat box.